So I just came back from watching Obsession, and it is such a beautiful film. Like, it is not just freaky and horror, it is not just psychologically questioning like what is happening and sometimes you have been in certain situations where you act that way or you have seen people act that way of both the characters in there of the film that is focused on them, and it takes you back to certain instances in your own life or where you have seen someone do certain things and you're like, is this real or is this again like a performance or an act that this other identity is doing? So this movie actually dwells deeper into this realness of what is you and what is not. It dives deeper into your wanting of things in a very certain way. You do not accept things to be as they are. You want them, you want to possess them, you want to have them, and this beautifully explores it. So this goes deeper and deeper into how the actions happen when you dwell into such things. It is not just about, showing that, oh, she's being possessed by this self that this guy is projecting onto her, which is to just love him. And that has entirely become the identity of this girl, Nikki. And it shows us what obsession is actually like and what it looks like, and not just from Nikki's side but from Baron's side as well, because even though Nikki is doing all of this stuff, this weird stuff, Baron doesn't want to let her go. Baron is still like, she's loving me, that is fine. So even if all those wrongdoings that she's doing, they're all, let go of from Baron's point of view, because he still wants Nikki, he still wants to have possession of Nikki. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful film, because now if you were to watch it from, a normal point of view, like an audience, sure, you'll love it, you'll be scared by it. Oh, someone can do something like this, there are people who do this and whatever, okay, you'll be scared by it. But when you see it from a deeper sense of knowing, you'll understand that we kind of do this in our everyday life. I mean, not with this intensity, but with like having things like, let's say this is the pouch in which I keep my mic. So let's say if this pouch gets lost and my mic doesn't have a place to stay, I shouldn't be obsessed with the point that only this pouch can fulfill the keeping of this mic. No, I can find some other pouch and put this mic in it. So the point about caring is to find ways to care even if something is not there. In this particular movie, if that guy really wants and likes Nikki, he will care about her irregardless if she likes him or not. The point of love is to not ask for it. It is to genuinely just give. And when even Nikki asks for love, the identity of her that asks for love from Baron, that actually shows that deep-rooted void which is actually situated in Nikki. So many a times these voices or these things erupt out of you when you are not asking for them, when you are like unaware of them. So they just erupt when you're doing things in an unawareness, which was Nikki's state of being, which came into obsession. So she was asking for Baron's love, truly and truly. Now it was not for Baron's love, she was just asking for love. And Baron was such a narcissist in this movie that he doesn't care about what Nikki is going through. He doesn't care literally what is going on. All he cares about, she wants him now, and that is all he cares about. He has become this object of attraction towards this particular other person, and that is all he cares about. So many times we might not notice it, but this is what we tend to do in our things when we are unaware. Baron was unaware, Nikki was unaware, all these people are simply unaware. Now that doesn't mean they're at fault, but the acts that come out of nothingness, not the true self, they turn into the sense of obsession that this movie beautifully portrays. And in this obsession, we tend to do things which are literally not aligned with the self, which are not aligned with the righteousness of things. And this is where sin takes place. Killing of all these friends that they had. I mean, that shouldn't have happened, obviously. It was about the relationship between two people, but it happened. Those people, those innocent people who had nothing to do with it, yet had something to do with those relationships, they got killed. And that also shows that how these acts of obsession can literally create a larger wave of things and situations that shouldn't have arrived at a particular point. And it is this obsession that drives people mad. Now, we see a dynamic obsession from Nikki's point of view, where she's put into obsession of Baron. But Baron's obsession is a passive obsession. He's still not accepting his obsession, but it's still deep within him. He still wants Nikki, even though he clearly knows she doesn't like him. But still, in such cases, in such moments, one has to understand that it is not the possession of things that you're looking for. For when you possess them, you will no longer move forward from them. He's still looking at Nikki as something to possess, something that will like him back. And that is why he will never move on from that point of view. He will never move on from that point in life. And that is why Baron's identity has to die in that particular moment. In this, actual death happens. But in trueness, let's say, in your life, your ego shall die. That keeps on attaching these identities to these stuffs, to these realities that you have created in your head. And that is what obsession is all about. This outer reality that we take for too much, we value it too much, it is not it. True love is not about asking someone to love you. True love is not about wanting someone to love you. True love is about just giving love. Doesn't matter what happens. Let them live, you give your love to them, whatever. Your love is about you. It is not about others. The more you love yourself, the more you will love the world. Irregardless of what is happening, irregardless of what the other person has done to you. And being fine and accepting that let them be and let yourself be. For you are flowing, you are emanating with life. And that is the most important point. For Baron, the whole point of life is now, life is only happening when he is with Nikki. Oh, it's so great. Oh, she's loving me. But that is all pointless. He doesn't even enjoy the trivia nights they were having as a group of friends. It needs Nikki to be a part of it. It needs Nikki to be his part of identity. Only then can it happen. Only then can he live happily. That is absolutely absurd. And things that actually we dwell in. This movie was a perfect reflection of that. Now, I actually was happy by the end of the movie. Because now there is acceptance, there is realization, there is calmness at the end of all of this turmoil. Now you actually see this through Nikki's character. And I mean, the actress has done a very phenomenal job. Amazing. Like, to pull such a thing, like, damn. Huge respect to the actress. Amazing work. Love it. Damn, like, literally, I cannot appreciate it more. But through Nikki's character, it is reflected perfectly how we are unaware and we do things. But when we become aware, we are like, oh, what have I done? What have I done? Because that is not our natural state of being. Our natural state of being has become unawareness. And the Nikki's character is perfect. Like, it shows it very perfectly. And then when we dwell into awareness, we are like, oh, what have we done? What is this? And the reason this happens with most people is because most people are already unaware. That is why such spells work. That is why such manifestations of what others' reality mean to you can happen. And this is why one has to have a deep and an innate sense of self that such things of outwardness, others' projections may not affect you. You have to stay there in yourself, irregardless of what is happening, irregardless of the happiness and the sadness of the outward world which seems to affect you. It will affect you. It has to affect you. But it will never affect the true self. For the true self is whole, the true self is pure. The true self doesn't need anything to be fulfilled. So it doesn't ask for anything. The asking is of the ego. The asking is of the unfulfilled self. And this is just beautiful. Like, I love this movie. I mean, sure, that was horror. It was all of this psychological trauma that you can get from it. I mean, amazing. Love it. The experience was great. I sometimes was like, ooh, what just happened? I mean, certain scenes here and there, what Nikki was doing, and just certain horror elements into it were just so nice. And also the concept of, make a wish and these things happen. And it was nice as well. But the entire focus was on just these two people, Baron and Nikki. And how these forms of consciousnesses who are not fulfilled sometimes act in life. And it is not just a story about Baron and Nikki. It is all the stories about all the unaware people who naturally obsess over things, not just another human or their love, but little things that we seem to care so much about. If something doesn't happen a certain way, we are like, oh, this is such a big deal, but it is not. Nothing is a big deal. Yet, everything has to be enjoyed. Love has to be given. Not as compliance, not as, oh, nobody is loving that is why I will love. No. Love is to be the natural state of your being. And it is the most beautiful thing you will ever experience in your life. For it is the only thing your life is made up of. It is your unawareness that fills your life with things that you think matter. I mean, sure, your purpose, what you want to do is valid. You have to do it. But all shall happen with the underlying tone of love. All shall happen with the underlying tone of giving. It is fine. And acceptance. Okay. Whatever is. I'll do my best to do something. If it doesn't happen, if that is not reciprocated, it is fine. I shall be still in love with all of existence, not just a particular person. Yet, it can be emphasized on a person more. Yet, it can be given to a person more. Maybe someone will understand it. Maybe someone will reflect it back. But it is not your job to sit there and stay there and do the same things again and again and again and obsess over a point where all your intention and things just manifest this bad sort of unconscious, unaware reality. And this film is such a beautiful representation of all of this. So yeah, I loved it. Sub to the channel. Absolutely love this movie. I enjoyed watching it so much. That's it. I'll see you in the next.